Hello everyone, my name is Kyra Bernard. I will be presenting RX Connect, which is a software that works as a pharmacy, inventory, order, and delivery management system. The Pharmacy Inventory, Ordering, and Delivery Management System, also called RX Connect, is a web-based application designed to assist pharmacies in managing medication inventory, customer orders, and delivery operations. The system provides a centralized platform that enables pharmacy staff to maintain inventory records, create and process orders, assign deliveries to drivers, and monitor the status of deliveries throughout the entire delivery process. The system also allows drivers, which are delivery drivers, the ability to update delivery status of an order throughout the entire delivery process and view delivery assignments. Some of the requirements that we will look at and observe throughout the entire process, we'll look at the login interface, which is the first interface. Once someone enters the web application, they will be asked to enter their credentials into the system, and once credentials are authenticated, they will have access. Of course, we have the navigation bar. The navigation bar displays depending on the user's login credentials. So pharmacy staff and delivery drivers will have different navigational bars. Of course, the dashboard, depending on their credentials again, will showcase different things. Pharmacy staff will see displays for inventory count, active orders, and delivery status, where delivery drivers will see delivery status and assigned deliveries. Inventory management is a component that really only pharmacy staff can see, in that they can add medication, update medication, view inventory, and anything that has to do with inventory. Order management will allow pharmacy staff to create new orders. Also, a unique ID will be created through the system for those orders, and pharmacy staff can also assign orders to drivers. We have delivery management. This is a system that delivery drivers have access to. They can update delivery status. They can see their assigned deliveries and so on and so forth. Then we have order history, and the system will store all completed orders. Pharmacy staff will be allowed to view past orders and delivery status. Next, we'll look at our non-functional requirements. These requirements are us observing how the system should act, and hopefully that it acts as intended. Of course, we want to look at reliability. Is the system doing what it should be by providing accurate updates to inventory, order history, and delivery status? And is the web application not producing any errors? We want to look at maintainability. The application will have regular maintenance to prevent any type of issues in the future. We want to look at security, where we see in the first stage that user authentication will be needed to access the system. We want to look at usability. Is the system user-friendly and easy to use for all people who have basic computer literacy? We want to look at performance and make sure that the system is performing as intended. Web pages are uploading as quickly and as accurately as possible. We want to look at scalability. Is the website allowed to handle many users at one time, and things of that nature. The system supports 2 user roles: pharmacy staff and delivery drivers. Pharmacy staff are responsible for managing medication inventory, creating customer orders, assigning deliveries, tracking delivery progress, and reviewing order history. As we see here in the diagram, we see our actor is called a pharmacy staff. They have access to log in to the system, manage the inventory, create orders, assign orders, view inventory, and log out. So we see that here we have the driver use case, where the actor is a delivery driver. They have access to log into the system, manage delivery, update status, and view assignments, and also log out of the system. Next, we're going to talk about the system design. Of course, we want to talk about the components. So we have a user component. The purpose of the user component is to make sure that a user is getting access to their role-based platform. Of course, then we have an inventory component where we discuss the collection and management of inventory information. Next, we have order component. The purpose of this component is to manage the order processing and order assignment functions. The delivery component, which its purpose is to manage the delivery process for drivers. That's from delivery status and going to viewing assigned deliveries. Each component stores data on their designated information. The application RX Connect will be developed using a Python Flask backend and an SQLite database to store user inventory, order, and delivery information. The system will be accessible through standard web browsers on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux operating systems. A role-based user interface will provide different navigation options and functionality depending on the user's roles. As we saw earlier, the pharmacy staff have a significantly different tasks and roles from a delivery driver. The delivery driver can only focus on things that have to do with committing to the delivery process, while pharmacy staff have to do with everything committing to actions within the pharmacy, and so on and so forth. That is where the role-based access control comes in and plays a part, and it supports the two different types of users. Of course, this application will be deployed as a web application. So first and foremost, we do want to let everyone know that testing has not been completed as of yet because the system is still in development. But things that we will be testing are user login. We want to make sure that a user's credentials are being authorized accurately and that a user is being redirected to their distinct user dashboard. Next, we want to test medication inventory. This is to add medication to the inventory. This is also checking that the inventory is able to update and store that information. Next, we have order creation. Order creation is us creating an order from the inventory and medications to check if the medication is available, and the system will then generate an order ID and go from there. And another thing we are going to test is delivery status. We want to make sure that the system is able to accurately keep track of the delivery status of an order. And then we have order assignment. This is us taking an order ID and assigning it to a driver. We want to make sure that this link is proper and accurate. So again, RX Connect is an application that focuses on a pharmacy's inventory order delivery management system. The completed system will provide pharmacies with an efficient method for managing inventory levels, processing medication orders, coordinating deliveries, and maintaining historical records while reducing manual tracking and improving operational efficiency. It is important for us to stress that even though testing has not been completed, because we are still in the developmental phase, we hope that the application is able to maintain its use and work as intended. Thank you so much and have a great day.